After they had eaten and drunk at Shiloh, Hannah rose and presented herself before the Lord. Now Eli the priest was sitting on the seat beside the doorpost of the temple of the Lord. She was deeply distressed and prayed to the Lord and wept bitterly. She made this vow, O Lord of hosts, if only you will look on the misery of your servant and remember me and not forget your servant, but will give to your servant a male child, then I will set him before you as a Nazirite until the day of his death. He shall drink neither wine nor intoxicants, and no razor shall touch his head. How do you think God responds to selfish prayer? Hannah is praying for herself. Hannah, one of 2 wives, is barren and cannot have a child. By the way, did you know that 20% of couples in the United States struggle with issues of fertility? So Hannah's prayer is one that, well, countless women and men have prayed. But do you think God answers selfish prayer? We've had a chance to look at Daniel, for example, and Daniel's prayer was that God would change human history. Daniel's prayer was a great prayer. And God would have to orchestrate cosmic forces to make it happen, and God does. Does God do that for individual prayer? I think so. The story of Hannah is that moment John White rightly points out in his book, Daring to Draw Near, when Israel is on the cusp of change. God will change the people of God by raising up a great leader. And God hears the small prayer of Hannah for herself, that she might have a child, a boy child. And God brings the 2 together, and the birth of Samuel occurs. And Samuel will bring order and direction to the people of God out of the chaos in which they were living. Hannah reminds us that there is no prayer too small. In fact, I've come to believe that selfish prayers, so-called, are sometimes the most honest of prayers. When you read about Hannah and her prayer, there's nothing between her heart's deepest desire, her pain, and the living God. And God shows up. Hannah is blessed with a child. The next time you think that your prayer is maybe too selfish, your prayer is too small, I hope you remember Hannah, because God loves honest prayer. And there is no prayer too big, none too small, that God will not respond to. Happy reading.